This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Ducks offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Knight. That's caught. It's Burrell.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel-type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the back. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another 1st down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, 2 set of downs.
Leaves it with the running back. Fighting off the defender.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. And if you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Now adjusting. Turning it on! They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the 1st down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice 3rd down conversion by the quarterback.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, what a cut! He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
That's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly, and you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Northwestern's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this.
There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Wildcats will hustle to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Looking to pass, it's Wallace. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Covey. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, after having 3 sacks in their last game, this offense knew they had to ID where this guy was going to line up every play, and they had to have an answer for him. Didn't have one there. He is so strong. He's so fast, and he just knows how to get home to the quarterback. He's got a 6th sense.
That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for space. It's Gaines. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. It's Knight. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Shot down. Was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement, and they're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Quick strike complete. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Fires left. Complete on the comeback. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Quarterback quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Colorado State. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll try the left side. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Northwestern right back to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this third down. Hauls it in. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback. They're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Wallace. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do it's hard to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
How about it? 50 plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 15. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide open receiver.
The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Right out trying to get it in. And he will take it in. concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown throwing the football. On the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's McGooligan. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They're going to run it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. And the Wildcats are in the hurry-up.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
To throw, it's Wallace. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
3rd and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on 3rd and long and get tackled and run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT, it's kind of like a punt.
Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Quickly complete. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. The give from the gun. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The Ducks are rolling down the field. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Right down the middle. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Floating away. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. 3-5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
After the penalty backs him up, it's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Scanning the field, it's Knight. The quick out. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the 1st down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Ducks have taken it inside the 20. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd down from their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Slithers into space. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Gives it on the option. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene.
The Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's McGooligan. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Northwestern wants to go quickly. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down or else they are really in trouble. Here comes the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Northwestern will send out the punt team.
Well, they're trailing by a lot of points right now, and the problem is there's usually only one way to get back into it, and that means throwing the ball, and the defense knows it. And that's why they're pinning their ears back. They're dialing up blitzes. Guys are just rushing upfield, and they're finding it easier to get to the quarterback. They've got a few sacks already in this game. It's going to be even easier at this point because this offense has just dug themselves into such a big hole.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run.
Breaks into the open. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking for room. It's Gaines. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. Only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Give to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They're going to ride this running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Ducks line it up with a first and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of interest in this Pac-12 showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Fresno State is putting on a show offensively, only there's been no real story arc. It's been all Bulldogs all day with almost no let-up. They're up by 21 over Colorado State. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the pass.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. He gets a block. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Red pass, it's complete. Turning it on. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Here comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Wallace. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure coming. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down. From the gun, the running back has it.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter. Back. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. There he goes. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They send 4 receivers onto the field, 2 to the right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 6. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
I'll tell you, when you've watched this guy play the last couple of games, he's putting himself on the short list for every major defensive college football award. He had 3 sacks in his last game. That was just his 2nd sack this game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Flips it out in the flat.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. You saw it right there.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offense, taking chances, a lot of times, it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch, right? You're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Makes it past the marker. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game, because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Lost one deep down the right side. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
They'll give it to the back. Runs through the tackle. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Hill. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.